and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a quick preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is this UFO sighting in Middletown taken by a kid. You can see this craft here. And in this clip, you'll see this UFO make a instant acceleration, which is one of the 5 observables. Also have 2 videos of what appear to be 2 suns. Now, again, I have no idea whether, this is actually 2 suns or, Planet X or Nibiru or whatever. I never really, well, actually I bought into that, but I realized, I began to come to the conclusion that that wasn't really real unless this is it. But there's 2 videos. I got that one and then this one here. Also have this video of a strange craft in the sky. This is not the best video, but still kind of interesting. And then this one here I'm a little bit confused about because it says Admiral Byrd's secret diary, Operation High Jump, Hollow Earth. And from my understanding, Operation High Jump took place in the Antarctic. And Admiral Byrd's secret diary, I think, was his journey to the Arctic, to the North Pole. Here, yeah, it says Admiral Byrd's flight 1947, This, I believe this is the Arctic, and then Operation High Jump was in the Antarctic, but again, I could be confused. Let's see, this is this clip about U.S. astronaut Gordon Cooper discusses his letter that he sent to the United Nations about the UFOs. And then this video here is about some pilots talking about their UFO sightings, and this is actually from 1995 when there was still a stigma attached to pilots who were willing to talk about some of the things that they've seen while flying. Again, thankfully now that that's all changed, but yeah, this is from 1995, so I wonder if these guys were risking their careers. Let's see, I got two links from Reddit. This is of this UFO. It's called the Ram Horn UFO. 4 sightings, 7 different images, going back to like 2005. And then this one here is 3 different pictures of the same UFO. And I believe this is the UFO that was also seen at Sag Harbor. Let's see, and I got this little clip here, just a little over 2 minutes, of Robert Bigelow talking about how they figured out how people can induce out-of-body experiences using a centrifuge. And then last is this video here about this about laser cut caves found in India. I think this is a Kailash temple, and then there's this other, I think this is called the Barbara Rock or something like that. You look at the inside here. I did another video of some other caves. I don't think this cave was included, but look at the precision, and in this carving of rock. I mean, I really believe they knew how to melt rock or something. But anyways, let me get started here. Oh yes, if you appreciate the time and effort that I put into bringing these videos together for you, please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe so that more people see these videos. It's supposed to be good for the algorithms. Anyways, let's go to this video here. Let me back up a little.
Spotted those rotating green lights in the sky. Now, Caden Little of Middletown reached out and he tells us he saw the lights around 10:30 or 11 last night. And take a look at this video he sent us. You can see a ring of bright green lights rotating in the sky, and another video taken by Bryce Garrick also shows those lights. And then all of a sudden, you can see the lights will quickly zoom off to the left of your screen, and then they just disappear. Now, Little says it appeared to be much larger than a drone.
Wow, that was definitely one of the 5 observables, right? Instant acceleration. Initially I thought that maybe this guy was faking it because when he was holding up the phone, I didn't, actually see an object in the phone. But I think he just probably just recreated that for the news cameras. Anyways, let's go to these 2 videos here of what appears to be 2 suns. Now, again, I'm I'm not 100% convinced that, this is actually a sun or, Nibiru. I actually bought into that whole Nibiru thing for a little while, but then I kind of thought it couldn't have been real. But anyways, check this out. Yes, I got that video, and then here's another one. I believe this is of the same phenomena, but this object here is definitely in a different position. Let me back this up a hair. Check this out.
Closer, and with a yellow glow. The other is a smaller crisp orange sphere that sometimes appear to be yellow or white.
Yeah, now if I jump ahead, it's going to be
Are we looking at a major change in the celestial sphere?
Yeah, the fact that this thing is shaking and this isn't, tells me that it's most likely not lens flare. But again, I don't know. Links will be in the description for you to check it out. Now, this video here is not the most exciting video. Guy captures something in the sky up here. And I mean, I'd be curious to know, does anyone know what language this guy's talking? This shadow here, I have no idea what that is, but I don't, that's not what he's capturing. He's capturing this little tiny object here. Anyways, that's not the most exciting video. Let's go to this next one about Admiral Byrd. Now, in this part here, it's where again he's just some guy's reading from his from the diary, the missing secret diary of Admiral Byrd, where he talks about seeing hills, rolling hills, animals, and then he's approached by two flying craft.
Or stream running through the center portion. There should be no green valley below. Something is definitely wrong and abnormal here. We should be over ice and snow. To the port side are great forests growing on mountain slopes. Our navigation instruments are still spinning. 10:05. I alter altitude to 1400 feet and execute a sharp left turn to better examine the valley below. It is green, with either moss or type of tight-knit grass. The light here seems different. I cannot see the sun anymore. We make another left turn and we spot what seems to be large animal of some kind below. It appears to be an elephant. No, it looks more like a mammoth.
Yeah, you see here, report of Operation High Jump, U.S. Navy Antarctic Development Project, 1947.
This is incredible, yet there it is. Decrease altitude to 1,000 feet and take binoculars to better examine the animal. It is confirmed. It is definitely a mammoth-like animal. Report this to base camp. 10:30 hours. Encountering more rolling green hills now. The external temperature indicator reads 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Continuing on our heading now. Navigation instruments seem normal now. I am puzzled over the actions. Attempt to contact base camp. Radio is not functioning. 11:30 hours. Countryside below is more level and normal, if I may use that word. Ahead we spot what seems to be a city. This is impossible. Aircraft seems light and oddly buoyant. The controls refuse to respond. My God. Off our port and starboard wings are a strange type of aircraft. They are closing rapidly alongside. They are disc-shaped and have a radiant quality to them. They are close enough now to see the markings on them. It is a type of swastika. This is fantastic. Where are we? What is happening?
Anyways, let me just stop that right there. Link will be in the description. You want to listen to the rest of that. Now, this is Gordon Cooper talking about the letter he sent to the UN concerning UFOs.
I had with Kurt Waldheim and the Security Council of the UN to try to encourage the UN to establish a committee to start comparing notes and data and information, and to really look into all of this from an unbiased, neutral point of view.
Here's a quote from your letter. I believe that these extraterrestrial vehicles and their crews are visiting this planet from other planets and are obviously a little more advanced than we are here on Earth. And are you saying that's exactly why governments have been trying to keep this information private, because of that obvious advancement?
Very possibly, right.
You wrote a letter to the United Nations in May of 1963. What prompted you to send that letter?
Well, I felt that everybody around the world was busy out being contacted from time to time and having sightings and a few abductions and various things going on. It would be nice maybe to have a central gathering house for all this information, and somebody who was some organization that was kind of neutral ground, that wouldn't have vested interest from country to country involved. And it seemed to me like the United Nations still would be the place to do a lot of this gathering.
You mentioned abductions. What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, where people were blacked out for a period of time and woke up and obviously had some time missing, and down so far as a couple of poor fishermen in Pascagoula, Texas, who were actually taken on board a spaceship, extraterrestrial spaceship. And these types of things, that whether you believe them or don't believe them, or whether they're true or false, the information really ought to be brought together in one locale and properly investigated and properly correlated and properly stored.
Yeah, there's definitely places that are doing that. And a lot of this information is just now coming out. Anyways, let's go to this one here. Yeah, this is about a couple pilots talking about encountering UFOs while they were flying.
The world, highly trained pilots and air traffic controllers are observing strange objects in the skies. In the past, they've been reluctant to speak publicly about their experiences, but a growing number are now prepared to come forward. Captain Werner Utter was one of Germany's most distinguished commercial pilots. During his time as chief pilot with Lufthansa, he had 3 separate sightings of UFOs, and although he didn't report them at the time, he's prepared to talk about them now.
On one flight, we took off in Beirut. The destination was Damascus first, and when we have passed the Lebanon mountain, I saw a light just ahead of our airplane. Suddenly this light came very fast towards us. First I thought it was an airplane, and this big light, it was 2 meters in diameter, and it was pulsating. It was standing between the inside left engine and the cockpit. Suddenly,
Let me just jump ahead to hear this other guy. Here we go. Here's another one here.
Albuquerque at night, and the whole cockpit just lit up, kind of this bluish green. And I thought air traffic control had put another aircraft at our altitude by accident. It seemed so close, and it was going thousands of miles an hour. I've never seen anything that fast. And so air traffic control got on, and we said, "Do you see anything on your screen?" And she said, "No." And then she asked the other airliners in the area, and they said, "Yeah, we see it too." And one guy said, "Oh, it must be space debris." And right when he was saying that, this thing, a big pulse of white light came from behind it, and it just took off at a 45-degree angle back up.
Now, I remember listening to, I don't remember who was talking, but they revealed that air traffic controller are never, again, back, I'm sure things have changed now, but, back in the day, air traffic controllers were never supposed to confirm anytime a pilot, asked about seeing a UFO on their radar screen. Even if they did see it on their radar screen, they were instructed to lie to the pilots about that. Anyways, a link to will be in the description. This is photos of what this person is calling this Ram UFO. Again, I can't make this thing any bigger. Oh yeah, this is all from different times too. August 2005, Jersey City. November 25th, 2005, Vancouver Island, BC, Canada. November 14th, 2004, Dorset, UK. And June 8th, 2004, in Zagreb, Croatia. So again, based on the number of times that, this same craft has been seen, I'm going to assume it's being piloted by one of our neighbors. Anyways, that's that. And then this one here, 3 different pictures of the same UFO. Again, I think this is a similar UFO that was seen. I think it's called Sag Harbor UFO sightings. Yeah, and this craft is very different than this Ram Horn craft. So, unless these crafts are being used for different purposes, like, when we have helicopters, we have, different styles of helicopter, different styles of plane. I wonder if, one of these species just has different types of craft, or this could be a flying saucer that's being used by, one of the other species. Because remember, there's more than one. I've heard anywhere from 4 to 11 additional species sharing the planet with us. Okay, now this I'm going to play the whole thing because it's kind of interesting. It's just over 2 minutes. But like I said, this is Robert Bigelow talking about how they found out that you can induce an out-of-body experience using a centrifuge.
In fact, you can have, out-of-body experiences.
Let me turn that down.
Induced artificially. And I learned that from the Air Force General.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, by overdoing centrifuge.
Cool.
Okay. So you get into G-lock, right, at about 7.5 with no other apparatus, and you're trying to hold your breath and breathe before passing out. So we had videos that he would show us, and around 7.2 or 3, boom, their heads nodding, down they go.
Yeah.
They're sitting in a centrifuge. So, so his personal experience was that he had an out-of-body experience he couldn't explain. That particular day, he did 12. They now have rules where you can't do more than 3, is what I recall him saying. But he had done 12. He gets out of the capsule, the centrifuge, and he's not in his body anymore. His body is still in the process of getting out and stepping onto the platform, but he's up above his body and he's watching himself walk down the hallway. And he's aware of what's going on in rooms alongside this hallway. He's aware of people. He's hearing conversations and so forth, but he shouldn't be able to hear. He has an awareness that's not a normal human awareness because of this out-of-body experience. That's not because he almost died. This is artificially induced. He goes all the way down to the end of the hallway where his office is, opens the door, and his body opens the door. He goes right through the walls. Okay, he's up in the ceiling, and the body opens the door, closes it, the body walks around to his desk, and as soon as the body sat in the chair, he slammed into his body. He came back into his body. His consciousness did. So that's one example, one way I know of where you can artificially induce out-of-body experiences without using drugs.
Can you imagine that? You can just spin your spirit or your soul outside of your physical body. Wow. Anyways, let's go to this one here about this these laser cut caves. This is Kailash Temple.
Kailash, which quietly sits within India, a temple cut out from a solid rock with such precision, such vision and accuracy, it is a feat we would struggle to recreate even to this day, clearly demonstrating an ancient high technology that has undoubtedly been lost over the millennia. Could this temple actually be evidence left by a far older group of people, a remnant left by a far more advanced civilization than that which academia will allow us to publicly discuss.
Yeah, again, at this point, I don't understand how, that is so obvious. But there are still academics, right? College professors, other scientists who want to hang on to this outdated belief that our ancient past was only occupied by primitive humans. When, there's more and more evidence coming out every single day that, yeah, there were primitive humans, but living right alongside of them were also advanced civilizations. But yeah, this is about the Kailash Temple. Yeah, this was called the Barabar Caves. Barabar Caves, that is the Barabar Caves, and this one is the Loma Rishi Cave. Yeah, so this one is the Loma Rishi Cave. And this is the Barbara Cave. Yeah, but look at this inside. Look at the precision of these walls. So, again, obviously, some civilization in the past had some type of machinery or tool or equipment that allowed them to hollow out this rock. If this thing was, originally a rock, I wonder if it was, something else in the beginning. But yeah, look at the precision in this cut. Again, it's like they have the ability to melt this rock. Oh yeah, here, look at that. This is showing you that these walls are reflective. Again, you can only get that by precision cutting. Anyways, that's that. I think that's going to be it. Yes. So let me just play this. Again, thank you so much for watching. And, again, if you appreciate these videos, please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. But anyways, that is going to be it. Until next time, take care.